The Earth rotates on a daily basis around the Earth, rotates daily. The moon evolves around the Earth in monthly cycles of the Earth around the sun. Now, you have cycles in your life. We see cycles, we look at the beach, waves come in, waves go out. You're born, you're a baby, you're an adolescent, you're a young person, you're a middle-aged person, then you're an old person, and then there is a ending. Every ending signals a new beginning. Now you say to yourself, what do you mean every ending signals a new beginning? We see it in spring. We see it in the seasons of the year, especially in Los Angeles. When you see summer, then we see a little winter, and then we see summer again. But some states have 4 seasons. And this and it affects the animals also. They are active in the summer, warmer weathers, and of course they're less active in the cooler weather. Now you may say to yourself, what does that have to do with me? No. We're part of nature. You have many beginnings and endings in your life. You want to do something great. You may start, you may end. You may want to do something to achieve. In order to do that, we uniquely as human beings can use the power of our word. We can say to ourselves, we can be something great, write it down, and strive for that. Now the cycle is this. We'll notice that we'll strive and we will not reach. We may end. We'll start again. Now you'll say to yourself, if there are cycles, like you see great civilizations come, flow up and down, 100 years ago, it took Columbus 5 months to communicate with the Queen that sponsored him, that he reached a new land. When Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, it took them 3 weeks to communicate to Europe that he was assassinated. These are changes. Now, what does this have to do with you? If you have trust that you are going to have a good life, you're going to achieve what you want, if you state it and you believe it, that's the key, if you believe it, and act upon that, you should achieve what you want. But there will be an ending. There'll be an ending, very much like a caterpillar, is transformed into a butterfly. Now you say, why would that be important to me? It's important because I think we have so many fears attached to endings. An example, let me share with you. I went to my uncle's funeral, and my cousin insisted I go to the hospice where he died. She says, no, this you won't believe, this is not a sad place. I go there, and this place was really decked out. I mean, it looked like an office, upscale office, very clean, thick carpet, and the nurses were smiling. They were just had a sense of joy. And I couldn't help but say, isn't this a hospice, a place where people are dying? She said, oh yes. I said, well, why are you so joyous? Because they're going into the next dimension of their life. It was a religious-oriented hospice, okay. And I said, well, I'm not sure I understand what you mean. People are literally dying here. Doesn't that affect you? I mean, you're not a place that you will go to room, they're elderly people, and they look like they're dying. Doesn't that have an effect on you? And the lady was saying, apparently you don't understand. Yes, they are declining physically. They're coming to an end, but they're going into a greater dimension. There'll be a new beginning in a new way. Okay? So it shows that nature does have this pattern of ending. Of course, there's sad endings sometimes, painful endings. But there seem to be, these are the seeds for a new beginning. Now you may say to yourself, because I was thinking to myself after I read this and put this together, what does that have to do with Harold G. and Harold G. getting his Mercedes? Okay. So, it occurred to me too, I was thinking, well, I've grown a little bigger. I can get a Mercedes now. I've saved up my money, okay. And even though I walk drive in with my old Buick, and I'm not ashamed of that car, by the way. So I drive in and you said, Mr. J, well, what do you have to offer? Okay, here's the, oh, you qualify. But for some reason at that time, I decided to keep my car and start a new beginning in a new area. I read about our famous Anthony, the great coach, how he started so very small. Everyone has a series of beginnings they start every day. And it's only your decision to say to yourself, I want to do something different. No, you may not even do anything. That's procrastination. And you come to an ending. But you must understand the law of life is change. You change just as the leaf on the tree must change. You have no control over that. You're going to change. You become more emotionally mature or not mature, more intellectually developed or not. But as I said, we are all part of nature. This as the leaf or the flower blossoms in spring and goes to full bloom in summer and drops off the tree, and you know this, by itself, or without help, but by nature. You are part of that dynamic. Whether you want to change or not, you want to hold on to the past or not, you have to accept that the law of life is change, and you be moved along. You've been moved along as if you're a river of this intellect. You can do it willingly, or you can simply say, I embrace it. I want to be bigger. I want to be a better person. I want to have greater insight. I want to have a broader sense of self, and not just be limited to this upscale, fully equipped Mercedes. The point is, you want to make an impact on humanity. You want to have an impression on people, on the times in which you live. And we are part of our times in which we live. And the way you do that is embrace that there is a rhythm to your life. And there's a rhythm in nature, these cycles, sunrise, sunset, okay. And it's like the caterpillar who makes a cocoon, which is a form of death, and he accepts it, and he transforms himself into a butterfly and becomes something even bigger. It must be a form of faith. So part of your trip or understanding, you must have that dimension about yourself, which cannot be purchased, which cannot be measured, and actually you can't even go to a library and learn about it. You have to develop it in yourself. And I'll say it again, and we'll say it, Tony, faith. Faith in that person who's speaking back at you in the mirror. Look yourself right in the eyeballs and say, I believe in you, because you are dynamic, you are terrific, and you're going to do great things. Now you may say, you must be in deep denial. It may be, but that's quite helpful. We live in a world of a lot of illusion, and unfortunately, you will have to take control and realize that you are part of nature. You're part of this change. We are in a dynamic environment, and embrace change, be part of change, and go along with the trend to go up with change. Hello, Toastmasters.